Hey folks, Cottage guy here, March 25th, 2021. So I just got to the cottage about an hour ago and basically came here this weekend just to make sure that the maple trees that we tapped aren't overflowing, that our buckets are doing all right. So last year I produced probably about 700 or so milliliters of maple syrup. I didn't quite record how much sap I got, but probably around 40 liters or so. And so that was nice. And this year I thought I'd produce a little bit more. So I got myself a nice kit with buckets and stainless steel tops and the right taps and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we'll produce a little more. So I'm just going to take you around a little tour and show the folks some of the trees that we tapped here and our results. So last Sunday when I left, there was absolutely no tap flowing at all, no sap flowing at all, I should say, from the taps. So, and I got here today and I've noticed that quite a few of the buckets are about half full or a third full. So there's one there. There's another one there. So that one's about half full. So that's pretty encouraging. Let me see if I can get a few more here on camera. Oops, there's a house. So let me see here. I don't know if you can see there through the trees. You see there's one there. There's another one right beside it. I don't think it's showing up on camera. So we're progressing pretty well. I don't know how long they're gonna the trees are gonna keep flowing. So that's a bit of a mystery to me. And the other mystery to me is, well, I have got some buckets on a tree that's 6 inches and 7, 8, 10 inches in diameter. That's, half full. And I've got some buckets on a massive maple tree that has no sap in it. So I have no idea where that is. It's no clue. So I'm just going to take you for a little tour here, show you a little bit more of the trees that we tapped. Here, there's my archery target. So there's a bucket there behind me. And there's a couple more there. There's another one that I don't think we can quite see a little bit further back. So that's progressing very nicely. So tomorrow I'll start boiling and see what we end up with. The other thing I wanted to show you while it's happening, because this only happens about 2 or 3 weeks a year. We have a creek that comes in at one end of the lake. Now, obviously, we have another creek. I can say obviously, we have another creek that empties from the other. And in the spring, I don't know if you can start hearing it now, but it makes this beautiful sound. The creeks make a beautiful sound, and it's so pleasurable to hear, and it's certainly very pleasurable to open your bedroom window at night and fall asleep by it. Especially in the spring, right? We can keep the windows open because there's no bloody bugs. So just to show you a little bit here. So there's our beautiful lake. It's about 1,000 feet long by 300 and something feet wide at its widest, and I don't know, 100 feet maybe at its narrowest, and it is pretty deep. It's 50 feet deep, so it's pretty nice. Whoops, so let me get my belly out of the way here. Whoops, I might lose a step there, guys. Once in a while I'm walking on an old skidoo trail, so one step out of 10 falls through. So there's our, let me see, there's a beautiful creek there that's exiting the lake, that's exiting from the lake. And there it is, beautiful small creek going into the woods. So we're actually lucky here. We have 2 creeks that flow through the property. And for the most part, they usually run all year long. And again, that's another beautiful feature of this property. To have a property where you own a lake and have 2 creeks besides that running through the property. It's awesome. So that's about it for today. I'm out here in just a t-shirt and I'm getting a little bit cold. So I'm gonna shut it down for today and I'll pick up tomorrow when I start boiling a sap, and I'll add another little part to this video. Ciao. Hey folks, so this is part 2 of the video that I made yesterday. So around 2 this afternoon I started boiling down the sap that I collected yesterday. Now, yesterday I collected exactly 24 liters. So I've boiled down 12 liters, exactly half, and that took 5 hours. So it started at 2, it's now 7. And this is where we are here. So after 5 hours of boiling down 12 liters, so that's about a 3 or 4 liter saucepan, I guess. So that'll probably need to go for another hour or so. Let me cover that up. And yeah, so I guess about another hour, so I don't know. And then I'll have my first batch of maple syrup. And one of the things that I did last year was I kept adding sap to the same boiling pot. And this year I said, no, I'm going to just do 2 completely different batches and see where I end up and if I get one batch better than another. So anyway, I'll update you guys a little bit later, around 11 tonight when I get down to batch number 2. Ciao. All right, guys, so it's, geez, I can't remember what time it is. The time's on my phone. So it's about an hour after my last video. So I've, you can see there behind me, I've finished boiling the maple syrup down to the proper temperature. So you boil it till 219, and then from there, you try not to boil it too long at 219. So I let it boil another 30 seconds after it reached the temperature of 219. So some people say you wait till a minute, some people say you take it off right away. So I went halfway. So now I'm at the filtering step. So I've got just a regular kitchen thingamajig and some what do they call this stuff? Cheesecloth. And it's just to filter out all the crap that's in there and a little bit of the cloudiness. So there we go. Right. So let's do that again. Filter it a few times. Oops, my cheesecloth there fell over, so. Come on, sweetie. All right. I guess next year I'll invest in a proper maple syrup filter, but you know, one step at a time, right? So here we go. All right. So that's our final product. I don't know if you can see there. There we go. So that's quite a bit. I'm pretty surprised that it got that much. This is, what's this, a cup? I have a little bit more than a cup. I might need a 2-cupper here. Cup and a third. So I'm pretty happy with that. Well, there we go, folks. So that's our first batch. So it's not filtered quite as much as I would like. For whatever reason, last year I was able to use coffee filters, even though it was tedious. But this year we just happen to have new coffee filters, and they seem to be, the syrup just won't get through them. So my filtering, I'm not too happy with. But anyway, it's just, the syrup's just a little bit cloudy. It's not a big deal. I'll get some maple syrup filters next year. So anyway, that's it. That's our first batch. So the other batch will be ready in a few hours. Ciao. All right, so second batch is done. Got again about a cup of maple syrup. There we are. It's 11:30 and I'm a little bit old to be up this late, so I'm going to bed. And tomorrow I'm going to have breakfast with some nice maple syrup.